So spirit, what does the collective need to know? Thank you, Archangel Michael, for always protecting me and the collective. Hey, Tom.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for?
Hello.
You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuz locked on the wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do.
Hi, what is it, Watson? I'm so scared. So what is the collective need to know?
You ain't talking about my niggas, then what you talking about? Gangsters moving silence, nigga, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. When I was small, y'all thought it was pretty. Flexing on these niggas, so I put my on this finish. Double MD, that's my team. Rotating, captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the tech can. Grind like I'm broke. I live on my new bitch, she ride like my ghost. I'm riding with my city with my hands strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead. And I gotta make it back home. Cause my mom needs that shit. And my son needs some juice. These niggas try to take my life, they fuck around, be killed.
Hi, Ashley. Alright, so Spirit, what are you trying to tell us? Alright, so Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this? So I feel like what Spirit is saying is that I definitely think a fire sign is significant with this. So this is almost like telling the story of two divine feminine. I mean, sorry, a divine feminine and a divine masculine. So I feel like this divine masculine, or take the roles as they resonate, had to experience a lot of injustice with women, a lot of like people not holding space for them, and just not feeling themselves, because this is really how they are. But just being in the energy of not feeling like themselves, not knowing who they are, and then an awakening had to occur, had to take place in order to get this person in the upright. So the spiritual unaliving and rebirth ignited their fire, sharpened their intellect, reminded them of who they are. This is the transformation that took place to remind them of their royalty, their power, authority, and the justice for all the work that they had to do and had to go through with this closing of the cycle. On the other side is their divine feminine, who is a balance of earth and fire, who's done her own work, gone through her own awakening, collected all the wands that people tried to throw at her, learned how to balance her energy, balance her emotions, allowing the sun to download information, just getting overall stable. So this is the prize here. Hey Larcy, how you doing? The song said it's been a long time. Yeah, the devil came out. And this is what I've been talking about as far as divine unions, balancing the masculine and feminine. Because when your masculine and feminine is imbalanced, you tend to be in really low vibrational energy. And low vibrational energy for a man looks like making poor decisions and choosing women, or just deciding to be with any kind of woman. I'm here just to get their rocks off. And just not holding space for themselves, not having other people to hold space for them, for healing, for elevation, for ascension. And as a result, being imbalanced in your masculine and feminine, going through a lot of trauma, betrayal, turmoil, that basically causes people to be in this energy until they close that cycle. And when that cycle is closed, I'm hearing amazing intimacy, that fire energy, that sensual feminine energy, that connection with someone who matches your intellect, who matches your energy, who matches the amount of um, pain that you had to go through, that's also gone through her own awakening. And the roles can be reversed. Take it as take it as it resonates. She said, "Love came and possessed you." She said, "Heaven is the prize," and I just said, "This is the prize for the masculine." A balanced woman, a solid woman. A woman, I'm hearing someone who has harnessed their energy. Because let me tell you something, when you harness your energy, that is simply the quickest, easiest way to ascend to a higher timeline. I just reposted a video where this creator was talking about like the different levels of consciousness and how we're all living in the same realm together, but we're all operating at different levels of consciousness. And I was talking about that just the other day on my live, where I was saying that um, with this like flipping of like the energies, basically, where the divine is taking back control of this planet and returning the energies to what it was in the very beginning at creation. And when something like that happens, you have basically people who are going to be relegated to a lower timeline every time they incarnate. And so, like, essentially, that is what hell is like. You know, like the description of hell, like constant pain, agony, turmoil, trauma. You know, we all have to exist in this realm together, essentially living on different timelines. And so that's why, you know, the people with the highest level of consciousness, they still have to deal with the BS that takes place. All right, what does the collective need to know about this divine union? Well, couple came out, that's for sure. Intuition came out, that's definitely a divine union. I feel like this is talking about just growing old together, enjoying each other. Okay, we got mind control and accident, so I need to get clarification on that. She said, "Don't match your fucked up energy with hoes in no way." And I was just talking about this divine masculine being mistreated in relationships. I feel like this is confirmation of what I was saying about this masculine before the awakening. Just being controlled in the mind. And this is what I was talking about as well. Like not being balanced, that mind, mental energy. You know, this is the masculine and feminine, and it puts us in like a really bad mental state. That's, you know, essentially like matrix type energy, matrix type mind control, brainwashing. Not saying that this person isn't already tapped in, because they're definitely tapped in, definitely intellectual, definitely royalty, definitely ancient soul energy. But that's the process to get to the awakening. And so, like I said, no matter who we are energetically or vibrationally, we still all have to go through the same nonsense. And I feel like that's what Spirit is saying here. Like, we all have to deal with trauma and hard times and feeling like one thing after another. Because this is the confirmation for this type of energy. Because in the upright, she's standing here with empowered, her legs are spread apart, she's firmly planted, she's victorious. She has balanced her energy. She makes space for herself. She doesn't need anybody else to hold space for her. And so when it's in the reverse, like this is work that needs to be done because of hard times, strife, trauma. Anything else here? And Spirit is like, this person is free. Like, just no longer imprisoned. So that could be what the reverse is indicating as well. Like, just being free. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative. It can just be like free of the bars. Okay. Right. Well, I'm not, for this particular reading, I'm not interpreting it as like a real accident. This is more representative of just hard times, having to go through the BS, having to be stressed out. And I'm hearing nothing is by accident. Hey, friend. I feel like these people meet through social media. I guess the initial meeting. Oh, that's wild. That's Facebook too. The initial meeting is through social media. You weren't alerted? Oh man. Well, do you mean alerted like when I just start the live, or when I send you the message when I share it? I'm hearing that this person was going through a lot of like drugs, dealing with drugs, having to overcome that. With this mind control, these things go hand in hand. But no more. I mean, now, you know, like, we talking about like heavy detrimental stuff. Yeah, that portion of life during their social media stint, and like when people have a lot of success with social media, sometimes if these things are involved, there's a lot of regret, but it's all good. He said, get up for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Actually, you have it set up to notify. And see, I don't know what's going on with that, because if you're not being notified, then other people aren't getting notified. So that's interesting. But yeah. Talking about this app barely works. Oh, that's funny. This app barely works. I feel like this masculine actually might have been an accident at some point. And look, we were talking about this app and its little quirkiness, and then we got surveillance. Lord, I don't want to get into this energy spirit. Cause they trying to take it. They trying to take it in take a different turn. Oh, this is just okay. So Spirit said this is representing this. The awakening. Or the closing of a cycle. And this is like self-inflicted unaliving, spiritual unaliving. So kind of like intentionally going into an awakening. Oh boy. Thank you for clarifying that, because I wasn't about to get into that energy. Self-reincarnation, yeah. For sure. What else does a collective need to know? I feel like this is folks watching each other on social media. So maybe both of these people are watching each other on social media. That's funny. That's what the surveillance. That's funny as hell. I think this song Spacebound by Eminem is significant to this divine union that I'm talking about. It says, "Cause I'm a space-bound rocket ship and your heart's the moon." Wow. I really, honestly, like, I have listened to this song before, but I didn't realize that it was like a love song type. I think I just liked it mainly because of the title of the song. Not Eminem's Our Divine Union. Oh Lord, this took a turn, Eminem. Oh Lord. I don't know if I like this song or the rest of it. We not claiming that for this Divine Union. I feel like this person left a marriage and then had an awakening, like a spiritual unaliving and rebirth. Like, I feel like Spirit is saying, making that decision to leave the relationship, they took their power back. Here we go with the new boo. Oh boy. Yep, they were fed up with the relationship. Completely over it. Completely over that marriage. Well. Living my life. Hell over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. I just said yesterday, y'all, that the person I'm gonna be with, I don't know if it was yesterday, but I said the person I'm gonna be with, we gonna have to have that fire and desire, that hot passion. I needs that. I do. I really do. And it says intense emotions, and so this is like the divine feminine that this divine masculine is getting as a prize. And it says, boy, you know you have the key to my heart. And this looks like a key. Remember I was talking about yesterday, this looks like, her dress looks like a key. And like the unaliving spiritually and the rebirth is the key. It really is. So I always encourage people, like, don't fear tower moments, don't fear awakenings, don't feel spiritual unalivings and rebirths, because there is always something amazing. The life on the other side of an awakening is like unimaginably, amazingly abundant. Spirit said obsession, sexual attraction, sexual appeal. What I say? That new boo. Oh my God. That new boo. That hot passion. That hot love passion. Look, chained. I said that hot love passion. Okay, we're not going to take the negative part of chained. But this chain is a good chain. This chain is like that healthy, good obsession. Okay? Like, we don't want nobody else. Nobody else better not come over here. We don't want nobody else. We just want each other. And that's, being chained, it doesn't have to mean ball and chain, the negative connotation of relationships. We can have long, loving, healthy relationships. We stuck together forever. Okay? They can be healthy. She said, why can't you stay with me for just a while? Spirit is saying, don't let your trust issues get in the way. Don't let past relationships and trauma cause you to see something that is not there. I'm hearing false evidence appearing real. So I feel like even everything the divine feminine has gone through in this scenario, you can still have trust issues and looking at people and looking at how they move as red flags for past situations, and it's not. He said, the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew that you were someone who. This song is better and better. And I just said, that life after that awakening, and Spirit said, that relationship, that divine union is coming in hot. It's fast action, progressing forward. The wait is over. Spirit said, homeboy coming in fast, coming in hot, is not going to waste any time, because this person right here, when this person, it has gone through an awakening and is in the upright and is transformed, that third eye is on point. It never misses. He says, see from a bird's eye view. This sword right here is mental clarity, silencing mental chatter. I'm hearing just sharpens thought processes. You know, how you think, how you gather information, how you put the information together. Yeah, this is that past energy before the awakening. Self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. And that was like this mind control. And this one as well that came out for the first half of this divine masculine's experience before the awakening. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the black sheep. Divine masculines and feminines are always black sheep. Always. They don't belong in their family. They don't fit in society because they think different, they act different, they process different. AKA the GOAT. AKA Capricorn energy is very significant to this reading. Okay. I'm good. How are you, Illuminating Lotus? What I say? That sex life, honey, is going to be something special. Something special. Oh, my lord. Soon as a mother, calm and collected, not to be played with, and don't fear rejection. I'm hearing y'all better use protection and have everything strapped down. Spirit said, I don't know what you're gonna have to do, but if you not careful, a baby coming. Yeah, that old energy, that old player energy that went along with this era, you know, this I'm popping era with all of this popping too, resulting in all of this. There may have been some actual imprisonment or jail or something, but all that is over. You know, during that mind control era. Okay. Calm and collected. Not to play with. I don't feel rejection. God is my weapon. Baby, my boo. Spirit is saying that cleanse or detox that one of y'all did definitely helped. Because you see how this person is praying. Like, this is not just a cleanse and a detox. This is like a spiritual practice. And I'm actually hearing both of these people did this at different times as a spiritual practice. A rebound in the reverse, you are not a rebound. Because remember, I was talking about this person left a marriage or a relationship. And Spirit said, you are not the rebound. She said, pipe down. And I was getting ready to say, calm down. Spirit said, pipe down. The relationship roller coaster is over. It's about to be straight whining and dining. The awakening is what brought these two together. Okay, I think that's all I want to hear right now, Spirit, about this divine union. But let me see. Right. In perfect timing. Okay, I feel like I'm being led to pull some cards from here. Like what? Okay, so Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this divine union? Don't be afraid to get out of the house. It may be an opportunity for us to meet. So being in the same area is significant. I don't have room for you in my life right now because so much of my energy is focused on the wrong things. I feel like that's definitely that old energy. Yeah. Yeah, that was that old addiction energy. Um, because we had this come out as well. And and also we were talking about um just bad relationships, this player energy. And so that was essentially the holdup, is what Spirit was saying. That was the holdup to this divine union. Playing the field, not looking to settle, not having room for the divine union because so much of their energy focused in the wrong places or on the wrong things. So that's old energy, thankfully. With our combined skills, with our combined skill sets, we're going to make an amazing team. Absolutely. She said he put me number one. That shit turned me on. I've been looking for you in all the wrong people. Even though your heart longs for me, you realistically don't have time in your life for me right now. And that's that old addiction energy. Where are those? Let me get those two cards back. And I feel like, this divine feminine in her fiery, passionate energy, and a divine masculine using the gift of his intellect. Like when these two type energies get together, I'm hearing fire and desire. Because like you see how those wands are on her head, like Spirit is saying that these two people, between her downloads into the crown of her head from Spirit, he has his own abilities as well. But like that, the sharp intellect is going to ignite hers and vice versa, and just yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh. I'm excited about starting a family with you and creating new traditions. Now, if you're not trying to get prego, I told y'all be careful now. I told y'all be careful. So this, I was saying earlier that I feel like the initial meeting, if you will, or seeing the person was through like Facebook or some social media network and or social media site rather. And then it says there's potential for our paths to cross in the workplace or through our professional endeavors. And I was saying that this person was, doing pretty well on Facebook. The Divine Feminine actually followed the person on Facebook. And this is Tupac, All Eyes on Me. And then oh my gosh, that surveillance card came out. That surveillance card came out, and I was saying I feel like this is either one or both of them watching them on social, watching each other on social media. And I said this divine feminine first saw this person on Facebook, and that's kind of like a network if you think about it. Like even though it's not TV, social media is like a network of people. It's where people network, you know. So that's funny. There's potential for our paths to cross in the workplace or through our professional endeavors. And so this person was doing really well on Facebook, you know, making traction. And that's how the divine feminine first saw the person. Okay. All eyes on me. Somebody's watching. Somebody watching me. And I was talking about both of these people went through an awakening. It says, I'm going through a process of healing and restoration so that I can be in optimal health again. So, yeah, that was both of the awakenings. So, yeah. Tom with the eyes. What you looking at, Tom? Oh, shoot. Putting these cards back in the right daggone place is always the kicker. I just like you. I just like you know where you belong. What you mean? Oh, you just you know where you belong. What you mean? All eyes on me. Oh, the cars. Child. All right, Spirit. What kind of reading we get into next? Should we do the Kippers? I don't know if I want to get into that because I be feeling like I feel like I'm gonna tap into all this crazy stuff that's going on, and I don't want to say too much. Spirit, what does? Alright, so Spirit, what does the collector need to know? don't know why I'm thinking about Kevin Hart, but the thought came across my mind that I don't want to see Kevin Hart in person because I'm scared about how short he is. That was some of the most randomest shit right there. I don't know why stuff be falling into my head like this. He said, I don't know. The trumpets. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot, the lovers. Why Spirit still trying to keep this daggone love reading going? They not trying to let it go. No need for concern. Y'all good. It's all good. Calm down. Calm down. It's a lot, but calm down. He said, it's amazing what you do. And here we go. They're talking about the spiritual unaliving is over. That old masculine is dead and gone. A change had to take place. That awakening that I was talking about earlier. So yeah, so it's okay. I think this is more for the feminine, since I was talking about the masculine, like the feminine having trust issues, and the masculine having a past, can trigger some trust issues. But Spirit is like, the old him is gone. The awakening is already complete. The change, the awakening, the transformation. Like Spirit is saying, will you stop worrying? We not going to send somebody to you that ain't right. Now, I know they're like, hold on. Because we know that we done sent some other crazy ones over there. But that was just because you had to go through some things. You had to go through some challenges and some tests and some trials. We know that's why you got trust issues. We know it. That's why we talking to you right now through this reading. We know it. The Spirit said, it's okay. You can be in love now. It's okay. And Onyx trying to come up here. Where's Puppy? Why you gotta... I would let you lick me if you weren't out in the world licking stuff and licking your butt. He watching TV. And I feel like this song is y'all exes. Y'all exes gonna be begging to come for you to come back when they find out that you with your divine masculine or feminine. Honey. Hey, Moon Hunty. Long time no see. Stop, boy. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Spirit is like, get out of your thoughts. Regardless of what his life looks like now, he's going to be a wealthy man. Take the, gender as it resonates. And We got courthouse. I feel like that's talking about getting married, like just getting married at the courthouse. Spirit's like, we giving you the message. Spirit's like, take the message. Life path 7 is significant. But Spirit's like, one of y'all, because it came out in the reverse, but one of y'all is not gonna get the message. One of y'all's gonna get it, one of y'all's not gonna get it. Or maybe you'll both get it but won't get it. I don't know. But anyway, we gonna alchemize this energy and we gonna make sure that we get the message out and that the message sticks. And we got a main female. So this is definitely this union. The main female and the wealthy man, divine masculine. Divine masculine and divine feminine. And they definitely look like they got some money. They looking like they might be royalty, that money. Okay. I told y'all be careful about having them children. Keep that buff. I don't know why I said it like that. Keep that birth control on deck. And again, I'm hearing somebody might need to get a vasectomy. Why would Spirit say somebody? Because only one of them can get a vasectomy. I'm so done with these folks. I'm done with the folks. All right, Spirit. What else do we need to know about this divine union since you still want to keep talking about it? I don't be wanting to have whole lives of, not burn that card. I don't want to be having whole lives of love messages. But it's whatever. Born to write analytical conceptions. Oh my Lord, he used the word conception. He used the word conception. Starting a new journey, new relationship, new opportunity, I'm hearing. Daughter of Wands. Spirit is like, if you hadn't learned how to cut the people off and how to cut those energies out of your life early on, when you would meet other people and would leave them in your life too long, you learn to finally cut it off early, like real quick. You finally learned. Finally. Like I said, left those whack ass relationships behind. Those unfilled cups, they just dry like that desert, Spirit is saying. You turned your back on anyone and anything that didn't serve you. You took your power back. I'm hearing you looked into the darkness. You went toward the darkness. and you came out swinging for entertainment purposes only. We don't promote violence, but you know what I mean. Sure say, yep. Cut everything off that doesn't serve you, and this is what you get. Filling up your own cup. I was saying that she went toward the darkness to go within, and this blue can represent darkness. She went into the darkness, and you see that light behind her. You have to go into the darkness in order to get to the light, is what I'm hearing, if that makes sense. I feel like this is again speaking to the divine masculine. It's like I keep wanting to say past life, but I want to make it clear that this is all in the same lifetime. So, the way he was moving in the past, like none of that. That person is gone. This energy is gone. This energy is gone. Like being an emperor, but acting like all that's gone. Uh-oh. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the death again. I was just saying all of that's gone. And in that previous spread, I was talking about how this was before the awakening. And then this is the closing of the cycle. The spiritual unaliving and rebirth is the awakening. And I was talking about both people got balanced, leveled up, elevated their consciousness. I'm hearing cycle closed. Karmic cycle of bad relationships closed. Karmic cycle of bad relationships between men and women closed. Because this divine masculine and this divine feminine decided to do the work. I'm hearing for humanity. And I was telling y'all in one of my other lives, that there is a union of a divine masculine and divine feminine that is like the divine union. The divine union closes humanity's cycle of bad relationships between men and women, masculine and feminine energy within, and masculine and feminine energy within, and masculine and feminine energy without, like in the natural. Because both of these divine beings decided to awaken and find each other. Well, look, a fresh new start. I'm hearing New York is significant. Sis got the big city behind her. The divine feminine may have been born in New York. Spirit said you wouldn't let us surprise you. For all the people out there, including me, for all the people out there, including me, who I be wanting to know everything. I be trying to get readings to find out. I do readings on myself to find out. And they were like, you were refusing to let us surprise you. But they said, surprise. You're receiving justice and love with this relationship. Look at that. That divine cup overflowing of love. They said, we orchestrating all this. Okay. Yes, we orchestrate all of this. And like I said, it's because y'all did the work. This is what doing the work looks like. This is what mastering your energy looks like. This is what alchemizing all of that negativity that was thrown at you in an effort to burn you, you alchemized and used that fire. And justice is here. Yes, this is a collective. Yep. The wheel of fortune has turned in y'all's favor. When it comes to love, that song said, oh baby. And look, y'all, the 10 of Cups and the Lovers. She said, I'm falling in love with you. I need to know if you want me for sure. And you see how all of these cards have men and women? And this is like, this is basically, I was saying, this represents an imbalance in your masculine and feminine and the type of energy it puts you in. And then this is representative of balance of masculine and feminine. And I just said the divine is involved in these two coming together. Spirit said, we got this handled. We got it covered. And I'm hearing, when you harness the energy of your mind, that is ascension. That is elevation. That is higher levels of consciousness. Okay. Well, the star. I told y'all divine beings be those star beings. And we got the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. And that other card said, like, our combined skill sets are going to make us a great team. our combined skill sets are gonna make us a great team. When that daggone, when the spirit gets involved, when spirit is guiding and directing people together, like it's like, whoa. I think that's all spirit wants to say. Let's see. Yeah, this is in the reverse. So y'all are being set free, I'm hearing. Completely set free. I feel like, oh, let me see. Let me see what these two people are. Oh Lord, I don't like them. Mm-mm. Oh no. Something significant about the summertime. Bask in joy and light. And you know, that's bask in joy and light. And this is like a worker bee, I feel like, you know, and so I was just saying that they will work well together. And this song, Take Off the Blues, is significant to this union too. She Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within. Haven't I been talking about that passionate intimacy? That hot fire passion? Mm-mm-mm. Air Guardian. Shift your perception. I feel like that's the energy before the awakening. We have Seer. So I feel like the one of them is a oracle, one or both. We got the High Priest. They both have spiritual gifts, of course, but Elder, like I said, we have some old souls here, some old ancient souls. Trust in higher forces. So divine is definitely, like I said, the divine is orchestrating this whole union. There she is right there with the sun behind her. The divine got this. And those trumpets are royalty. These two people are royalty. I'm hearing Egyptian royalty. Have not been saying these are divine beings, star beings? This was the same reading from yesterday almost. Ooh. Medicine guardian. So one or both of these people are natural healers. The heart chakra is significant. And like I said, ancient Egypt is significant. I was just saying these are like reincarnate. Well, I didn't say this, but I was saying Egyptian royalty, but I do feel like they're reincarnated deities. Because this is definitely a symbol of a deity from ancient Egypt. This Caduceus. Because Tahuti has it right here. So, and oh Lord, the sun. The sun came out. But look, the sun came out. Medicine Mother. Okay, so this is both of their energies. They're both healers. Both reincarnated deities, both healers. Because when you have the high priest, that's definitely reincarnated deity energy. Uh-oh. Daggone. Direction Guardian, y'all will be traveling. And like I said, divine, also I was saying reincarnated deities. Like when you can protect all directions, all space and time. Yeah. And we have Animal Guardian. I feel like one of them has a pet. And here's the sun again. Spirit said, that sun is coming out. Enjoy success and happiness. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think we can end the reading here. Man. So the high priest, the high priestess, the sun. And yes, source is the sun. Source, the sun is life-giving. If there was no sun, this planet would die. The Spirit said, make your plans and focus, period. He said, satisfaction, I have the right tactics. Make plans and focus. And he said, and if you need them, I got crazy prophylactics. What have I been talking about? Strap it up if you're not trying to have a baby. Focus. Make plans and focus. I mean, I think that's all we need to know. Trust and thrive. Spirit said that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do at this point is trust and thrive. Now, I hope that by me saying that makes somebody's whole nervous system just calm down and get in alignment. When Spirit says all you got to do is trust and thrive. Do you know that that is pretty much the highest timeline? When all you have to do is trust and thrive, like you are literally getting paid to exist. Literally. When ancient deities reincarnate and come together in a divine union, all you have to do is trust the divine and thrive. Because when two people are in this energy, high priest and high priestess energy, after going through an awakening, this is rock star energy, I'm hearing. This is earning trillions of dollars in your sleep energy. You see how they're facing each other? I just realized how I put the cards together. They are facing each other. Their animals are facing each other. When I tell you, when these two people get together and activate each other, do you know that this is going to be supernatural? Like, do you see how she has this and he has his thing facing them? When these, look at that! Is that a complete like pyramid? Oh yeah, that's cute. But do you see how they're facing each other with their, like, I'm going to call them like little staffs or whatever. They're not little, but you know. He said, but wait, it gets worse. Meaning that power, the level of power that comes out of this union right here. Do you see how the pyramid was put back together? Like, this power activates the pyramids. This union is going to activate the pyramids. Man, I don't know what they used to do. But I was talking about yesterday on live that if you look at the pyramids from an aerial view, it looks like a computer motherboard. And I said that these pyramids were aligned with a star system. So this divine union is going to turn the computer back on. It's going to turn the computer that originally was turned on by the consciousness of society. The lowered consciousness of society over time deactivated the damn pyramids. The fact that these two divine beings decided to reincarnate and go through hell in the first half of their life, then go through an awakening around the same time, and then find each other and come together. This energy, this union is turning the pyramids back on. I'm hearing straight activation, and this is why there had to be a clear separation between the people who are going to live on their highest timeline and the people who are relegated to the lower timelines. Because only the people who are on this higher timeline are going to benefit from the freaking pyramid activation. Don't take it personal. Turn them back on. Wasn't there a movie? Wasn't there a movie where they were chanting, "Turn it back on, turn it back"? I don't know. I think there's a movie like that. I don't know why I keep shuffling these cards. I think I'm really done. I think I'm pretty much done. And you know what? That's not even a pyramid. Those are their wings. But from this vantage point, it looked like a pyramid. But like essentially, them gaining their wings is what is reactivating the pyramids. The download that I got was so wild. I was having a hard time articulating it yesterday on live, but it was something like Source, like the masculine and feminine of Source, was not working together, was not being balanced. And so that's essentially like what. So the feminine energy is associated with darkness. And so that's kind of where the whole, Adam and Eve causing the fall, that's kind of where that concept came from, because the feminine side of spirit is darkness. Spirit is darkness and light. And so the feminine side is darkness. And so because they couldn't get along, because there was something that she did, there was something that the feminine energy did that created a situation where she had to go into the earth to work out whatever that was causing a conflict. And so that darkness of Source had to repeatedly experience themselves or itself in like earth form in order to work out the darkness. Now, like, I'm not about to sit here and try to download information to talk about like what that looks like as far as like incarnation, and what that looks like as far as, like, I'm not gonna download all of that information right now. But essentially, like, that darkness is what is having to be worked out. The feminine is having to be worked out constantly in order to, like, I'm hearing, purge the darkness. So, like, there was a lot of purging that had to take place. And so this is like the purging ground, if you will. So, That's just wild to me, only because I look at source as being the absolute perfection. Like, there's nothing that could have possibly been wrong with the feminine or darker side of source, you know. So it's still like I'm gonna need quite a bit of time to further download more stuff. And so that's essentially why the feminine has been suppressed, because the feminine has had to work out its darkness. And so with the feminine being suppressed for so long and there being a return to the divine feminine, and now that the divine feminine can like essentially return to source, there's now a balance in source again. And then there can be a reactivation of what was originally intended. Now, what that looks like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the pyramids one day are gonna light up and they're gonna, you know, it's gonna restore itself spontaneously, and it's gonna like everything is gonna miraculously transform. I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying that from an energetic standpoint, a reactivation, from a spiritual standpoint, a reactivation, because essentially there was a time when we were straight up supernatural beings. So if during the time when we were straight up supernatural beings, like straight pure source, then in that instance, like there was a whole lot of things that were happening that were, magical and mystical and a miracle, and like Jesus from the Bible type energy, type healing, type miraculous things happening. He said, if I could quit my job and all day, I would. Spirit said, don't worry. That passion gonna be there. That passion is gonna be there. I mean, the song says it all. And we got the Hierophant. So I feel like with this couple is breaking tradition. Because like I was saying earlier, we had Courthouse come out, and I was like, oh, so these people are pretty much going to just go to the courthouse to get married. And I was saying they're going to go, these two people are just going to go to the courthouse. And that's like breaking this tradition. Well, I get, oh shit, I didn't even mean for this card to be back there. But like being bound by religion. Okay, I'll go with that. Like, so this couple is definitely breaking traditions. Oh, okay. Look. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about what y'all saying right now. I'm just not. Mm-mm. But yeah, Spirit said cycle closed for humanity. And like I was saying, some people gonna be on the hillside, the ascended side, and this is a portal. And on the other side of that portal, is the lowest vibrational side. And Spirit said, the wheel of fortune has turned in your favor. It is complete. And 9 is completion, I'm hearing. 9 is completion. The Sphinx. Let me see. It's supposed to happen next Easter at the pyramids. Oh, really? What's supposed to happen? What I was saying? And you know the spring card came out. Or summer card. Oh, they saying the Sphinx is going to turn red? That's crazy. Like my bitch, yeah. LMA Buddha. Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna hop off of here now. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for that's not where that goes. Where these go? Oh my god. Bye, Tom. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Hi, Shapoop. Hey, Capooch. Good night, y'all.